What's going on, everybody? We are back here live here on the OT Radio Show, and today we got a good show for y'all. Today I am bringing on songwriter, producer, and R&B singer Nathaniel the Great. Hey, now y'all heard him on projects with like artists like French Montana, DJ College Fish Beats, Remy Ma, just to name a few. And right now we're gonna be talking about his debut album, Aquarius, which is number 9 on the U.S. R&B charts, led by a single "Cash Out." And hey, that's on the top 10 on digital radio charts. And he got over 1 million hits on YouTube with "Cash Out." So let me introduce y'all. In 1 second, right after these messages, we're gonna have my man, the R&B singer, producer, songwriter, Nathaniel the Great, gonna be joining us right after this, y'all.
I'm on that radio, I speak it though, what's on your mind is deep though, we'll speak it though, we on the air, just take it there, I'ma take it there, hold up, yeah I'm talking about it, but I'm real about it, I speak on it, but don't catch feels about it, we can chop it up, like it's nothing baby.
Here on the show, and like I said, we got R&B singer, songwriter, and producer Nathaniel the Great is joining us here right now. And the producer say he is in ready to have conversations with him. So producers, go ahead and bring you in. What's going on, man? How are you feeling today, man?
Yo, what up? What up? What's good, family? I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Oh man, listen, man, I appreciate you, bro. You know, what I mean, definitely appreciate you, man. So first of all, thank you for joining us here on the show, man. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you on. And now it's time to get strictly to business. Now check this out, bro. Where are you from, and how did you get started in the music industry?
Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Born and raised, straight Brooklyn,
Mm.
County of Kings. And I've been singing since a kid, pretty much. I've been singing since church with my family. My aunts and my moms, my uncles, my grandparents, everybody was singers. So you pretty much were born into music when through my family.
Well, I did a little bit of background check on you, right? And
Oh, word?
you and your brothers had a little bit of R&B group. Let's talk about that a little bit,
Yo,
bro.
yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Me and my brothers, man, we was an R&B group. We called ourselves Mr. Peterson. My last name is our last name is Peterson. So, that was our whole thing, man. That was good times. Did his
So
research.
yeah. Listen, man, that's what we do here on the show, man. We got to do research now. We definitely got to
Yeah.
do research. So now let's talk about your career, man. Your career has jumped off. It been jumping off for so long anyway, because a lot of people don't know, you're a songwriter. So you have written a lot of hit songs out there today. So let's talk about that, being a songwriter and then transitioning to being a producer and, a singer at the same time, bro.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like for me to break into the industry, I had to do something like to just stand out a bit and, come with something like to variate my approach. And what I did, I decided to approach as a writer instead of coming in and breaking in as a singer and trying to get a label to sign me or, I just approached producers and said, listen, I know y'all need writers. Let me write some hooks for you. So whenever you're pitching your records or pitching your beats, you got a hook on there with my voice on there and, maybe something to land and stick. And eventually, Papoose heard something that I've done called King of the Hood, and he left me on it. So not only did I get the writer's credit, but I also got the placement as being a singer on the song. And that really went a long way. From there, it just ping pong. DJ K Slay, rest in peace. He heard me on that record, and he put me on something with DJ Khaled. It put me in a
Hmm.
video and all that with him. Left me on the song. So that was another opportunity to write and feature on a record. And then from there, I ended up on something with French Montana, then LL Cool J, and then, you know what I'm saying? It just continued from there. I'm fortunate, man.
Man, listen, man, that's the blessing part, bro. That's definitely the blessing part of that,
Yeah.
man. Definitely fortunate. But starting out as being a songwriter, now the producer. How
Mhm.
did that come about right there? Because not only you song right now, you're producing tracks. Like, how did that come about?
Well, for that, it's like I pretty much work really closely with one of my best friends. His name is Al West. He's one of the dopest producers that I ever met. And then another guys named Diakar from France, and these guys always been working with me and just showing me little tricks and tips. And eventually, you just start to pick things up and be able to add in some of your sounds and blend it with theirs and come together. So now it's opening up that door for me to actually be able to land some stuff as a producer where I don't even have to sing on it. All right, it's just I think we should have every talent in this space to be able to get on things and to land placements and open up doors for ourselves. So, you know, I got to get better. I'm not that good at producing just yet. I got to be honest. Yeah, I put 15, 20 years in singing, about 15 years in writing, producing is like yesterday.
All right, so let's talk about your debut album, man. We got to talk about your debut album, Aquarius, man. Why that title?
First and foremost, I am an Aquarius. I got to say that. That's my sign. And I know how, you know, the many aspects and the many ideologies and the many personalities and vibes and moods that we have. I wanted an album that could encompass all of that. And then we also, if I'm not wrong, in the age of Aquarian. So it kind of coincides with that as well. So Aquarius also has different experiences and life moments of my own in the songs. The album is really a lot of my own personal situations. So I'm like, this is me. This is the life of an Aquarius. And 17 songs deep, man. It's a whole body of work right there for you.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I listened to the whole track, man, on my way to work, on my way back.
Man, thank you.
And we're gonna get into a little bit of that a little bit later during the interview, man, because I gotta talk to you about some of these songs, bro.
Let's get it.
Definitely. So let's talk about your hit single, Cash Out. How did that come about?
It's funny because I did Cash Out a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, like when I recorded the record. At that time, R&B was really, really, like they say R&B is dead, which is not, but R&B was really being silenced at that point. And a lot of the music was these melodic, bouncy, singy, rappy type of records. So I said, let me take a shot at one and see what would be, how would I do one? Like what would a watered down R&B type song sound like coming from me that's more fun and bouncy? So I came up with the hook of Cash Out where I'm just talking about money and I'm just flexing. And I'm like, all right, I think I got one. And then here's the kicker. I put it out and then the pandemic hit. Boom. Where you couldn't really talk about cashing out at a time when the whole economy is shut down and people are not working. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, wait, I have to rethink this. So I pulled the plug on the record. And then as we all begin to go through the pandemic and make it through the pandemic, one of the other things about Cash Out, not just talking about money, but I'm talking about where I started from and where I made it to. Like getting to the bag, coming from nowhere, coming from the mud. And then it also somehow the idea started to dawn on me like, yo, the bag don't necessarily have to be money. It could just be the ability to chase your dreams, the ability to accomplish it. The bag is your goals, it's your dreams. And then watching the world come out of the pandemic and get back to their dreams, I'm like, yo, you know what? This record actually does make sense when it's redefined. So I put the record back out with that energy behind it and it took off instantly. It made sense at that point.
Damn, yeah. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Right before the pandemic, you came out with it. You like, hold up, bro. We can't be having Cash Out during the pandemic.
Nah.
Yeah. So let's talk about now, you know, Cash Out, and now, you know, your other song that you get a chance to talk to Philly's own, you know, Musiq Soulchild, your idol, and the song Above Average. Now, how did that come about, and how was it working with your idol? You know, I mean, Philly's own Musiq Soulchild.
It's phenomenal because when there's somebody that you grew up listening to, and I feel like a lot of my sound, a lot of my harmonies, a lot of my riffs, I got from really studying his sound. Like, I got to give him his flowers. You know, I've really listened to all of his projects coming up. The only artist that I bought the real copies from instead of bootlegging it like I did everybody else. You know what I mean? It was at that time. Like, I didn't get his from the CD guy. I got his from like Best Buy and
right.
Yeah, so it was real. So when, you know, I linked up with a mutual publicist that we have named Mocha, shout out to Mocha, and it was his 20th anniversary of his album, I Just Want to Sing. I said, yo, let me put him on a billboard. You know, let me take this artwork and put him in a billboard in Times Square, pull some strings just to commemorate him, just to thank him for what he contributed to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that kind of helped the relationship, you know. And when it was time and I had this record that I didn't have the intentions on putting him on a record when I did the bill, but I never knew the time would come. I was listening to this beat and I'm just like, I can only hear one person on it. I couldn't even hear myself on the beat. I'm like, this is a Musiq Soulchild beat. But my guy Al West gave it to me and it was for me to work on. So I started laying the record, and I said, you know what? Let me shoot my shot, man. Let me shoot my shot and just ask and see if I can get this brother on the joint. I hit the publicist. I'm like, yo, Mocha, like, I got this joint, man. Like, well, what it's gonna take, man, to get the big homie on it, man. And she said, yo, Nate, like, I got you. Send me the joint. You know what I'm saying? I sent her the joint. Not even a week later, it was in my email. They was like, yo, check your email. And man, it was history for me. Life-changing moment, but he was on it.
Wow. Wow. Dude,
Yeah.
man, that's amazing right there, man. Because music do got, you know what I mean, a certain kind of rhythm, a certain kind of voice when it comes down to track. And let's talk about your album. Because you got tracks on there like, you know, Falling Skies, you know, My Side, Pure, Lost and Found, and you know it. But this song right here, you know, Long Way Home. You know, let's talk about that song a little bit. For those who don't know, right now we're still talking to, you know, R&B producer, songwriter, you know, Nathaniel The Great. Dude, we got to talk about that song, man. Long Way Home. How did that one come about, bro? Because I was listening to that, I'm like, okay, yeah.
That's a very real scenario, man. Like I used to find myself driving, taking the route home, passing by somebody, you know, that I was like madly in love with at one point in time, and I would find myself taking this route past their house, like just not necessarily past their house, but just that way in that area, like honestly in their borough. Because I live in Brooklyn, they live in a different borough, so I would be like, every time I'm in Queens or every time I'm cutting through, I would take that long way, and in my mind always think, damn, what if I saw her walking down the block? What if I? And then it was always the idea of like going down memory lane, like sometimes I'm driving down memory lane in my head. As opposed to just like, you know, going home. So it's like, that's the whole metaphor for that record. Like we take that route sometimes, and we taking that route in our minds of just going down memory lane, reminiscing on something that, you know, is bringing pain. That's why sometimes, like even through the record, I said, I drove down memory lane. I broke down on sorrow and pain, like almost like sorrow and pain is the intersection. And like my car broke down, and like, I can't let, you know, I let the wheel go. Like I'm using these references that really applies to like our real behavior. But that was, you know, once again, one of those real, you know, true stories about just me going down, reminiscing on a situation that I messed up on because I just was moving too slow. You know what I mean? And not that's, you know, it's one of those.
Listen, because I mean, you know, your album, I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it, bro. Like the last album I listened to track by track, R&B. It's been a minute, cuz it's been a minute. And I'm being honest with you, like, dude, you got tracks on there, man, that I can tell people right now definitely go buy the album because you won't be, you know what I mean? Like you won't be disappointed. I mean, you got Falling Skies, My Side, Pure, you know what I mean? Long Way Home, you know it. Like it's just not Cash Out. It's just not Cash Out. When I tell you, when you listen to Cash Out, then you listen to the album, it's going to be totally different. You're going to be like, oh, hold up. So when you say R&B, yo, man, you definitely is correct about that. That's an R&B album that I do listen track by track. Now, wow. So what are you doing now? And, you know, because I know you just had a sold out crowd in New York. I know you were just in New York. You had a sold out. Where can people like find you at, or are you going to be going on tour? You know what I mean? For 2022, going into 2023. I mean, what can people, you know, if they want to check you out?
I'm definitely putting together like some cities, another tour. About to drop some content, some music videos, so a couple of joints off the album. And I'm here in Atlanta now, just really been building it up. And I'm on this reality TV show called Making It Big in Atlanta, and I'm co-producing it. So that's like my baby right now. I'm literally just like
another bag.
Yeah, man, just doing this TV thing. This TV thing is another world. Facts. Like I'm trying to cash out, man. Like, so, you know, but that's really my baby. But I'm definitely gonna be doing some events in some different cities. I'm going back to New York to do another Nathaniel and Friends concert. Going back to Miami. I'm gonna put some dates together so the fans the supporters can come out and check me out, you know.
All right, so since you said that, let's talk a little bit about that. You know, since you're producing and everything, you know, what can people expect when they watch the show?
What I want to do is just really cultivate a show that's really about the dreamers. I don't want it to be based about drama. You know what I mean? I know a lot of these reality shows, the viewings and the ratings usually come from drama. You know, it comes from people fighting. I really wanted to avoid that and kind of like show our struggles, and the only battles that we fighting is our personal ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I gotta go to a concert and then my girl is giving birth in the middle of the show, I wouldn't show how I had to wiggle and maneuver through that. You know, because something similar like that happened. I had a home birth in here, and it's like, you know, things like that. It's just very interesting that I want to be able to share on the show. Like, but that's real. You know, it's real life. I don't have to go fight my homeboy on the show to get some viewership. Like, I can show things that we really go through while we try to be great, that people can connect to, you know, and that's what I want people to take away from it.
Okay. Well, now we got to throw you a curveball now. You know, OT always throw curveballs here and there. All right. So, you from Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
Your favorite football team is who?
I got to say Giants. I'm big on New York everything.
Okay. So now, here go the curveball. Now, you know who the only undefeated team in the NFL, right? You know who that is, right?
What, this season? You saying?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Who record is looking like that right now? The Giants?
Listen, what, the Giants? Did you just say the Giants, bro?
It gotta be the Jets.
Listen,
who's undefeated?
Listen, the Philadelphia Eagles. You know it was.
Wow.
You know it was that team. You know it was that team. Because see, now you're talking to a Philly boy, and now I'm talking to a Giants guy. So you know it was that team. You just didn't want to admit it, but you knew it was. Okay?
Yo, if your team wasn't undefeated right now, that would not have been a curveball question. You wouldn't even care about this. This subject wouldn't even have mattered, but your team is going crazy right now.
You best believe it. Yeah. And hold up. I'm not done yet. I mean, you know, because you New York everything, right? So you're a New York Knicks fan. You're a Knicks fan, right? Hold up. But you do got the Brooklyn Nets, so I don't know which one you are, you know. But either way, you know, you see the Philadelphia Sixers, you know what I mean? You know where we going. Where we going. Now,
y'all got a nice squad. I can't hold you. Y'all got something back there. Y'all got something.
See, Philadelphia is now New York right now because, you know, now, you know, y'all got y'all baseball team, you know, you got the Yankees and you got the Mets, right?
Yeah.
And y'all all in postseason, right? But Philadelphia is right there too. Just to let you know, Philadelphia is right there too. You know what I mean? So you know, having this conversation, you know, I had to throw that curveball, but I understand. I do understand that you do not want to admit that, you know, the Eagles are the undefeated team. That's why you was like, what you talking about? The Jets? Nah, bro, we ain't. Well, listen, I'm glad that you are, you know, not a fucking fan. I am glad of that. I am glad that you're sticking to your roots because I can say I know a lot of Falcon fans, but I just feel sorry for them sometimes. You dig what I'm saying? I feel sorry for them sometimes.
It'd be some bandwagon leapers.
What? Man, bro, they are, dude. But the priceless moment that I had with Falcons fans, when they all was talking about they're about to win a Super Bowl, and Brady just took it to him and just wiped it the whole. I mean, strip club just closed down because ain't nobody got no money now. You know what I mean? But Joe, man, you know, because I got to thank you again, man, for joining us here on the show, man. I definitely appreciate you so much, man, for joining.
I appreciate you, man.
Oh, man, listen, man, I had a good time, man.
Likewise.
You know what I mean? You got to come back on. You definitely got to come back on and come on and chop it up with us, man. So tell everybody where to find you at, you know, on all social media platforms and websites.
Definitely. If you have if Instagram at Nathaniel Online, Twitter at Nathaniel The Great, and if you have an iPhone or Android, go to the App Store and search Nathaniel. Download my mobile app. I got all my content in there, and it's free. Let's get it.
Yo, the man just said it's free, y'all. Now I know all y'all folks be like, oh, you know, gotta pay $1.99. He just told you it's free, and y'all gotta make sure y'all gotta get that album though, for real, dude. Like y'all gotta get that album. Definitely gotta get that album. Well, yo, man, much blessings to you, man. Now we call you family because you are now part of the OT Radio Show family. So, what up, cuz? How you feeling? We appreciate you.
What up?
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? But we appreciate you coming on, man. And yo, we got to stay in touch because pretty soon we're gonna be playing each other. So we're gonna do a
Let's
little
get it.
song for
See you at the
everybody
game,
out there.
man. See you at the game.
Yes, sir. Listen, listen. But all I gotta say this though, before we get off, y'all need to get y'all own stadium, man. Y'all can't be playing at the same stadium with the Jets be playing at, bro. Like that's not cool.
You right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on your side with that one. You are
Bro,
right.
like, come on, man. How y'all gonna be playing at the Jets stadium, man? Like, dude.
Guys looking corny right now. That's crazy.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But yo, man, I definitely appreciate you, man, and you definitely always welcome to come back on, bro. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you for
Enjoy the
having
rest
me,
of your
man.
day.
Salute.
Oh, no
Appreciate you.
doubt, bro. Oh
Peace.
man, good show, good show, good show, bro.
Likewise.
Oh man,
Peace.
y'all. Peace, man. Good show today, y'all, man. Appreciate my man jumping on with us. R&B songwriter, producer, Nathaniel The Great. Just got finna join us here on the show. Man, had a good time. Definitely had a good time, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out his album, Aquarius. And I'll tell you, man, the album is fire, bro. The album is fire. So make sure y'all go ahead and check it out. Supporting. Not only that, support the OT Radio Show. Follow us on all social media platforms, and make sure y'all go tell your kids to fill out the application for our scholarship. Shout out to board.org for we partnered up with board.org to deliver a scholarship to all high school seniors with a 2.5 GPA that is studying into the medical field. All you got to do is go to board.org at the ring, Tansy Moore Scholarship for kids that are studying in the medical field. And the deadline is December 15th to get this scholarship. Our goal is to help out 10 kids in high school to go into the medical field. Now, listen, you can go to college, you can go to a trade school, you can go to a community college. Our scholarship is for all three. So, y'all make sure y'all join, make sure y'all follow. And anybody who would like to contribute, like companies and businesses, it is tax deductible. So, hey, you can donate. While you donate, you are helping and you getting it back on your taxes. So, hey, it's tax deductible too. But once again, you know what I mean? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I think we'll be coming back on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And I got a surprise for y'all, man. We're going to have on the ex NFL football champion. Yes, the Patriots. I got a player coming on. So, yes, we're going to have a player coming on from the Patriots who is now in the music business, who is doing big things. So, hey, get ready for that on Friday at 5:15. And make sure y'all go ahead and check out all of our social media platforms from Instagram to Facebook to the OT Radio Show.com. I love y'all. Y'all be good. And I will be checking y'all out again on Friday at 5:15. Oh, yeah, it's going down. And I'm going to have a Patriot on. Woo! Ain't this something special? Listen, y'all, I love y'all and thank y'all for watching. And once again, like OT always says, if someone asks you how you doing, you tell them I'm doing better than yesterday. All right? Peace.